Take a voluntary decision, an informed decision to resign, and decided to have a U-turn to come back. If it is not the management committee that are putting pressure on him to continue, knowing of whatever happened, and I think the advices, council have received enough advices what need to be done. The processes have taken place after the resignation. The capable or the replacement, other candidates were also suggested to council. So we were expecting in the next council meeting to really recruit somebody that was that. But having now sit in this problem is a very serious risk for the residents to sit, their safety to be in the responsibility of somebody who is unlawful.
Today, one contacted Chief Abraham Kenime to arrange for an interview around the successes and failures as the head of the city police. Kenime said that he is too busy this week, but will be willing to share his side of the story next week.
Hi, I am Kerstin Ohobes-Trisep. I am a medical intern. Africa normally draws its strength from community. I am because you are. Now we're asking the community to break the chain of transmission and stay at home. Help us save lives.
This is my wife, Rosaline. By staying at home, you ensure that my wife comes home to me.
Vendors of fresh produce operating in Okuriangava have called on the city of Windhoek to open their markets and allow them to sell or provide them with essentials to survive during the lockdown. With the Khomas region on lockdown for nearly a full month, informal traders have been excluded from operating as they fall in the category of beneficiaries to the once-off emergency income grant. In Okuriangava, all markets have been closed off, including one located across the clinic, where the traders are forced to operate behind the cordon fence and sell before they become unfit for human consumption.
And we are waiting for the market. They said marketeer and vendors, they should start selling. When? And we are waiting. No one is coming up with any information to tell us that this is what is happening. You people, you have to wait until this, or this is what we are doing, so that we can see what you people will survive, or we are opening for you, or we are not opening for you. We are not getting any information from anybody. No one came here. How will we be compensated if they can compensate us those things which got rotten? What will happen? And our water also here at the clinic is closed. Since they said they did not come and consult us to find out whether it's true we are Zambian or Namibians.
If you're having 500, you want to buy that 500, you want to invest into something like tomato so that you can get something for bread, you know, because there is no, a human being must eat every day. So when you spend that money so that you buy that like tomatoes and what to sell, then the city police, they will come and chase you. You don't sell. They will say, no, don't sell.
The vendors, most of whom are Namibian citizens, say they are often regarded as foreigners and no official from government has approached them with assistance or COVID-19 relief. They also say the city police has warned that they should vacate the area before they bring in bulldozers to demolish the structures, despite the women claiming that most have no relatives in the city and are unable to travel to the north as a result of the lockdown. Swapo Party Youth League Secretary for Labour, Tuyeni Kandume, said she was shocked to find fellow Namibians left in the cold with no assistance and means of income, yet big shops are allowed to operate.
There should be mechanism devised for these workers who are struggling on their own, trying to make a living. The 750 they had applied, they have not gotten that money up until today. They are patiently waiting. And also, they are, since they are not inhabitants of this region, they want to know whether they can come to the governor's office so that they tender in their IDs so that they can also get assistance from these 750. They also want to know who is going to pay for their produce that is rotten already, because some of their produce has been here since March. Who is going to compensate them for? Because they are not belonging to social security, they don't pay such fees, so there is no way that they want information.
The city of Windhoek has made it public since last week that they plan to gradually open some of the markets in the city.
Preparations are underway at most of the markets that are earmarked to operate or to reopen. We have so far done the disinfection on also several markets. Initially, we had the date of yesterday, the 22nd of April, to be the opening day for these markets. However, there are still some administrative and authorization that needs to be done through the line ministry when it comes to providing or issuing a directive in this regard, so that the market can be opened. From the city of Windhoek side, we have we are ready with some of these markets that they have to open, because they are not going to open all of them at the same time, so they will gradually open. So meaning when we disinfect a market and it's ready and it's given a green light from the ministry that is doing the inspection in terms of making sure that we adhere to their hygiene that is required for those specific markets, and then the market will be ready to open.
The women live with their families in tents behind the area where they sell tomatoes, onions, groundnuts and other products. With another week to go for the lockdown to be lifted, some claim that they are running out of food, and government initially said the EIG is not for those that already benefit from other grants or pension.
Akili, Akili, this is Akili. She has a secret. Tell us. When the sun goes down, Akili goes to sleep, and she enters a world where all the animals speak. Akili, 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 Akili. But there is something strange about this magic land. The animals speak English which she doesn't understand, but if you help her out, we know it can be done. Akili can learn English and it will be fun. Akili!
Residents of Havana in the Moses Garweb constituency continue gathering at their councillor's office with complaints of going hungry for days as they wait on their emergency income grants. The residents say since applying for the emergency income grants, they did not receive any response from the Ministry of Finance, adding that they were informed to register their names at the constituency office, where they were turned away and told to wait at their homes.
He is telling us we should go home and wait there. But we cannot go home because we don't get harambe and we don't get any of the donated food. We just don't know where to go from here. We only have free water in our homes. We really have a big problem. The food that was recently donated was only for 530 people. We used to do housework from which we could get an income for food, but we ran out.
Those of us who haven't received any response regarding the emergency income grant heard announcements on radio to come to the constituency offices, but our councillor Martin David wasn't able to assist us at all. We are now gathered here. We are sleeping with hunger as we don't have food in our homes, but we know there have been food parcels donated of which we haven't received and no emergency income grant yet. We need an answer, please.
The councillor of Moses Garweb constituency noted that his office is waiting on officials from the Ministry of Finance to assist residents with the application process, saying that the ministry has picked up errors with some applications. The councillor adds that his office is busy finding a way to assist those in his constituency who are not receiving any form of grant or food from the food bank.
The Commerce Regional Council, Ministry of Finance, we had a meeting at Commerce Regional Council head office, whereby all 10 constituency of Commerce were part of the meeting, whereby the Ministry of Finance gave instruction that they will delegate officials from ministry to come to each constituency office and register the people attending to problems why people were rejected, could not receive their grant. It's because of some problems in the system. So especially ID and the names, and some people were working some years and retrenched. Now, because that time they were paying tax, the system rejected them not to receive their grant. So we are now on standby waiting for the ministry to send members to come to each constituency office and to come and solve this problem. The whole constituency, community leaders are busy registering everybody. Everybody who are in need of food. We have those who are already in the system, like food bank, they receive food. We have those who receive pension. We have those who receive grant. Now, here I'm talking about other people who were not registered for any grant at all. The community leaders were assigned by this office to register everybody.
The Ministry of Finance in a media statement encouraged those who have yet to receive feedback to be patient and advised against visiting their constituency office until they have been notified to do so. Applicants will be notified through SMS to report to their constituency office to verify their identity, which will run from the date of notification to the 8th of May 2020.
Hi, I'm Anna, and I'm a doctor. So I hope you're watching this from the confinements of your home. And if not, you should probably go home right now. Help us to fight COVID-19. And to do this, you can take simple measures. Practice good hand washing techniques. You can also wear the appropriate protective gear, and then self-isolation. Now, I know that self-isolation sounds like a nuisance, but you know what's worse? Contracting as well as spreading the disease. So help us in fighting this disease. And finally, be responsible. If you're having symptoms, call the hotline and then go for testing. Help us to fight this.
The Ocho Cricket Development Under Cricket Namibia recently picked out 3 national under-13 players from Ocho for some drill video sessions to be sent to other players in the town to practice while at home during the novel COVID-19 pandemic. The sporting activities have been halted from directives by the head of state in the country. Ocho Cricket Development is a program by Cricket Namibia which started over 5 years ago in Ocho and has since produced many age group national players from the town. It has thus far given over 300 kids an opportunity to play cricket with the FNB Quarter Cricket program at the town, and over 50 players graduated from softball to hardball cricket over the years. These players participate in different local tournaments and leagues in the country. The under-13 Ocho Boys cricket coach Saki Haludilu encouraged sportsmen and women to keep fit during this pandemic, as it is important to keep the players fit.
We are here doing some drills today, as you can see, just to show the others that the lockdown must not be the end. They must stay at home, do some drills and exercises just for them to stay fit so that when we leave this pandemic behind us, we are able to continue with our lives. So guys, I need you to stay at home, keep training, stay safe and wash your hands. As long as they continue doing exercises at home, then after the pandemic or after this lockdown, we must be able to come back to sports and to continue living our lives.
The players shared what they got up to during the lockdown period.
During the lockdown, I stay at home, do 15 push-ups before I go to sleep, and in the morning I do 15 push-ups and I go for a jog. And I'm encouraging other national players and not to lose hope.
When I wake up in the morning, I do 15 push-ups, take a jog, and I do the same thing. When I go to sleep, I want to encourage the other players to do the same, not to lose hope during the lockdown.
Before the outbreak of the pandemic, the same program was introduced to Koriha schools in the Kunene region, launched by former Minister of Sports Erastus Utoni. Cricket has really helped many children off the streets of Ocho, and after the pandemic, they ought to resume their work and change more lives.
Come on everybody, let's go down to Jabu's jungle, Jabu's jungle. There's lots of friends and lots of
Oh dear, I'm not very good at swimming.
Look, over there.
What is it, Jabu?
I'm not sure. Can you see what it is?
Jabu's jungle. Come on everybody, let's go down. Come on, let's go down.
In other leading stories, Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II has recognized Hildegard Titus, representing Namibia, as the 136th Commonwealth Point of Light in honor of her exceptional voluntary service tackling period poverty. Hildegard is the founder of PowerPad Girls, which has raised 60,000 Namibia dollars to donate over 250 reusable sanitary kits to vulnerable women and girls across the country. Hildegard launched the initiative after reading news stories about the number of girls missing school as they could not afford menstrual products. Through PowerPad Girls, she provides sexual and reproductive health workshops in schools in addition to the reusable pads the project distributes, as well as raising awareness among the public about the issue of period poverty. Hildegard is also working to end the stigma around period poverty for trans and non-binary people. As part of the legacy of the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting in London 2018, Her Majesty the Queen, as head of the Commonwealth, is thanking inspirational volunteers across the 54 Commonwealth nations for the difference they are making in their communities and beyond by recognizing one volunteer from each Commonwealth country every week. By sharing these stories of service, the Commonwealth Points of Light Awards celebrate inspirational acts of volunteering across the Commonwealth and help inspire others to make their own contribution to tackling some of the greatest social challenges of our time.
Welcome to Comments Corner, your daily dose of comments from the hottest social media pages. The residents of Sivenden informal settlement near Ochimise are complaining that their neighbors are disposing of their bucket toilets containing urine next to the municipal skip and that the urine later ends up in nearby yards. Moses said the municipality should do something as this can lead to an outbreak of hepatitis E. Tandiwe said people can be difficult to deal with at times and questioned why they are putting the health of others at risk this way. Ignatius said they cannot blame the people because they have no other option without ablution facilities. Lapazi said this is sad news and not healthy at all. The Popular Democratic Movement and the Landless People's Movement acted promptly after videos and photos surfaced on social media of the ruling party, SWAPO, dancing and eating cake at the 60th anniversary celebration. This led to parties opening a case against the SWAPO party due to social distancing measures put in place by government in fighting the spread of COVID-19. Bahepea said the government put strict laws not more than 10 people at a gathering, and now national leaders are breaking the same laws. Jinsa said it's more like they were celebrating the fact that Gengkop is in his second term in office. Joselinda asked what was so essential about the 60 years and stated they should lead by example. Dalita pointed out that those preparing to cut the cake were more than 5 people. Merago asked why the cake was so big if there were not more than 10 people. And that is all from Comments Corner. Be sure to post your comments on our social media pages for broadcast every day only on Today on One.
Today with Joseph Prince.
Even though the law sounds tempting, you can produce instant results. Amen. It's a cover up. It's all a veneer. It's all outward. It's all behavior modification. But grace, when it transforms you, be patient when you put people under grace. Sometimes there's no immediate result. But when the results come, it's permanent. It's solid. It's real. It's abundant, both in quality and quantity. Amen.
Catch your favorite local music show on One Africa Television every Friday evening, now at 9 o'clock, and the repeats on Saturdays at 5:30 and Tuesday evenings at 9:30.